It has been a long time since I did a what sold video. I'm like 3 or 4 weeks behind. So I'm going to do a ship with me. When I see what I sold, stay tuned.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi everyone, it's Stephanie from Three Queens Resell, and I am in the basement in the inventory room. And today I'm going to do a ship with me and go through all the sales that I had this weekend. So if that sounds good to you, smash that like button and let's get into it. But before we get into it, I want to say thank you to all of my reseller besties. It does mean the world to me that you show up for every video, you interact in the comments, you just come to Whatnot Sales and all that good stuff. So it does mean the world to me. And if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on me. It means a lot to me that you're giving me a shot. I can be a bit of a hot mess, so give me a couple of shots, okay? Like, don't just be like, give me 20 seconds and be out. Like, hang in there with me. And for all of you, if you could do me a huge favor and go back through my catalog of videos and watch some of my older videos, um, I still read the comments on those. Like, give me some feedback. I am trying to get my viewer hours up as well as my subscribers. So if you're interested in reseller content, from the point of view of just your regular girl who was a teacher and now she's a reseller. I'm not a social media influencer or anything like that. Um, so I'm just like you. I'm just a regular chick trying to make a hustle selling some used clothes. So if that is the type of story you want to follow, definitely subscribe. I'm trying to do 2 to 3 videos a week of just reseller content. And I would love for you to follow me on my reseller journey. So we're going to get into it. So while I'm packaging, you guys know I love to talk about a topic while I'm packaging. So we're going to talk about Whatnot while we're packaging sales. So if you're not familiar, Whatnot is a live auction site and it has taken the reseller world, clothing world, thrifting world by storm. I feel like in the last, I hadn't heard of it before March, and now it's like all I hear about. So it is a live auction platform. If you're not familiar and you would like to go check it out, I have a link in the comments down below. And a link to some upcoming shows. I will let you know as we go through this talk that I'll be changing my format as to how I do Whatnot. But I would love to see you in any of my future shows. Well, by see you mean in the comments. And if you pop in, definitely let me know in the chat that you're from YouTube. That always makes me smile. So, yeah, it's a live auction. I'm like, hey, this is a Tory Burch dress. We're going to start the bidding at $10. And then I start the timer for 20 seconds and people bid. And then I'm like, oh, Susie Q won. Thank you, Susie Q. It's like that. So if that's your type of jam, you should tune in. It's like QVC Home Shopping Network for thrifters. So we'll talk about that while I'm packaging this weekend sales. So I got quite a bit. So go ahead and grab yourself a drink or listen to me while you're doing your shipping or your listing. Get yourself a drink. I need a drink because I got an ear infection again, but ear infection that won't go away. So I'm gonna chug Powerade while we talk here. So speaking of Whatnot, I'm gonna start off with my only Whatnot sale. So I have a 2-item bundle, and it is right here. And because I'm lazy and I don't want to pop in pictures for this video, it's quicker for me to unfold and fold. So I sold this Nike Dry Fit camo full zip thing. It's not a sweatshirt. It's like t-shirt material that in our whole old house, the neighbor boy kept leaving it there, and then they moved away, and so it was still there, and so I sold it. Washed it and sold it. And then these I also sold in the same bundle these Champion sweatpants um, to a lovely lady where is she? In Utah. So both of those are going out today. So I sold the sweatpants for $3 and the hoodie jacket for $2. So that brings me to my first point about Whatnot, is that things are going to go slow. Or things are going to go for less than they would on like a regular, like on Kidizen. So with that said, I don't get a lot of kids sales on Kidizen. Most of my sales on Kidizen are like adult things women's things that I have listed over there. So with the Whatnot label, you do get a packing slip, and I just like to rip those off and stick it in the package. I'm waiting on my new cards. I got some custom business cards that are going to come, and those will start going in the packages. But right now, I just have thank you stickers. But, so Whatnot, like, I did a lot of prep to get ready for my kids sale on Friday, and there were a couple of issues, two technical issues. Like, so my first sale, I hadn't even started. Like, people were in there, I was like talking, and then I like freeze. And then I start going like this. And I'm like, can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? And people were typing in the chat like, we can hear you, but we can't see you. And then so I had to like reclone the show, which takes a minute. And then you lose people when you have to do that. So that has happened to me like 3 times. So it's very frustrating. And as a person who's a little bit anxious, I'm going to stand up. So you're going to stand up with me. Because I got to get some bags while we chat. So as a person who is already like a little anxious with like technology and stuff, doing that stuff live, it is just frustrating to like put, 2 hours work into getting ready for a show. Now keep in mind, I was a teacher, so like I prepared lessons and I put a lot of time and effort in preparing lessons. And I just don't like to do things like halfway. So like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna take the time to have it organized and numbered and all that good stuff, have the shop ready. So yeah, it takes me at least 2 hours to prepare for a Whatnot show, and that's if I don't want to steam the things. So yeah, a little bit frustrating that it freezes and then you don't have the audience. So that guy is going out. Got my IKEA bag over here. So the next sale I had. So my show froze twice Friday. So then after that, I just was like, I'm done. So I still have half the show to run. So I decided that it's just going to be like a pop-up show. And I will get to it when I get to it. All of the stuff is still upstairs in my office. So I might like run a pop-up show like tomorrow morning. It couldn't be any different than my other shows that I've done, that I've planned. So the next item I have, I'll take it out for you, is a Tory Burch metallic silver fit and flare dress. This sold on Tradesy for $50 plus $8 in shipping. And after the fees, after the $11.60 in fees and the $4.80 in shipping, I'm shipping it through Pirate Ship. Yeah, I'm shipping it through Pirate Ship. And that costs $4.83. I am left with $46.40. So not a bad, I'm sure I picked that up for less than $5 because I don't spend a lot on Tory stuff. I don't have my list, but I'll just guesstimate how much I paid for stuff. I didn't pick it up at the bins. I picked it up at on one of my consignment shop Thursdays. I need to put my trash can over here because I keep reaching for it right here, so that you know how you're just like habitual about stuff. Yeah. So I'm just gonna move it. And I didn't lay out all of the stuff this time because there's quite a bit of it. So, whatnot. Well, how do I feel about the platform? I still have mixed feelings, and I am making myself do whatnot until December. Why until December? Because I started in January, and I don't want to be like, I'm going to do this couple of shows and be like, I don't like it and quit. I feel like with a lot of things, except for abusive relationships, you should give them time and, kind of learn the ropes. If I would have quit reselling after doing it for 2 months, like actually trying it for 2 months, I wouldn't be where I am today. And if you didn't know, your girl is speaking at Poshfest. So like, you're going to have to come check me out if in person. Please do. I want to see all of you and take selfies with all of you. You guys, I am so excited to meet you guys in person. Even if I wasn't speaking, I would be so excited to meet you guys in person. So if you come to Poshfest and you don't come see me, my feelings are going to be hurt. So don't hurt my feelings. Come and check me out. I'm doing a session on inventory management and sourcing. So yeah, you probably already know all the things. Like this label printed Jabberwocky. So I'm just going to set this aside because I don't feel like that is going to scan. But that is, let me tell you what that is. These are some pants I picked up at the bins. They are a linen, they're not linen. They're like a cotton, wide leg white pant. They sold for $15 on Poshmark. And after the $3 in fees and the $1.72 shipping discount, I made $10.28. And they are a brand called Surf and Style. Do not look for it. It's not that big of a thing. I thought that they were, but when I was sourcing, but they're not. Sometimes I just take a chance on things because you know what, instead of going through this pile here, I'll go through the labels. That'll be easier. I have a lot going on, don't I? I'm standing up, I'm sitting down, I'm moving all around, but thank you for being here. So, yes, I'm not going to give up on whatnot. I'm just going to keep altering my approach to it because people are successful at it. And while it's not that I don't like it. It's just I am not having the success that the big influencers are because I'm not a big influencer. And then I see smaller sellers like me, but they're on there every day, selling things for $3 and $4. And I could do that, but I don't know if I want to do it every day. So I'm trying to figure out how to build my following over there, and what I really want to do over there. It's just I don't know what I want to do. I'm just trying to figure it out. What do you guys think I should do? Leave it in the comments. So this is a shapewear dress by Assets. It's a 1X. I probably should have kept this for myself. But I don't really wear dresses that much anymore. I am going to a wedding this weekend, so I get to dress up a little bit. But this guy sold on Poshmark for $16. And after the $3.20 in fees and the $1.72 shipping discount, I was left with $11.08. I have a lot of those this weekend. I sent out, I think, 30 or 40% off offers Saturday. So I had a lot of smaller sales, moved a lot of inventory, and I'm super excited about it. So even so that's kind of where I'm thinking with whatnot. I can clearance out inventory through whatnot, preferably to you guys because you guys are my people, for $2 and $3 a piece, or I can clearance it out to regular customers on Poshmark who've got likes on it as well. So it's kind of decisions. I am so thirsty, guys. Okay. So I had several free people things sell, so I have to make sure I have the right one. No, that's not that one. Okay. So these guys sold for, they're these pants. There's like a wide leg palazzo pant. See how, like harem pant, that's what they're like. And they sold on Poshmark for $16 after the fees, $3.20, and the $1.72 shipping discount. I was left with $11.08, and those were donated to me by my mother-in-law, so I didn't have any cost of goods in them. And as a reseller, keeping your cost of goods low is important. But at the same time, just because I have low cost of goods does not mean I can necessarily sell, like make a living selling things for $2 and $3 on Whatnot every day. So, and in my time, so this is my big conundrum. I don't mind selling things that I've had or things that I source at the bins to especially viewers, and a lot of viewers have come over to Whatnot and purchased things, and I appreciated it. And trust me, if I didn't want to sell it, I wouldn't sell it. I don't mind selling it, even to non-viewers, like giving people a deal, because we have so much inventory, and it is easy for me to get inventory, and I do like to source, and I want to keep things out of a landfill. So I don't necessarily mind that being an arm of our business, but if I want to, I'm just trying to think how I could best serve, like what's my purpose, what's my goal, what is it I want to do, because I love the idea of you guys coming over and like getting great deals, $2 and $3 auction deals from me. Like, I love that, but at the same time I'm like, why don't I just put some like reseller boxes together with this stuff, and then they don't have to pay so much in shipping, because I look at some of the shipping that people are paying for things, and I'm like, like they're buying things from me like 1 and 2 at a time. If I just had a shipping, a reseller box, then they could just pay one fee. I mean, I guess there's less control over what you would get, but with a resale box, but I do like the idea of having that option for people. But then at the same time, I do have like, I feel like random people from like who aren't followers of mine on YouTube or Instagram who pop in too on Whatnot. So that's where I am. I have notes about this, but as you can see, I'm not following them. So the next thing I have for you guys are these Cole Haan. I took an offer on eBay for these. They're sandals. It's into summer, and I'm like, yeah, I can let them go. So I took an offer for $20, and so they sold for $20 plus $7.55 in shipping. They're really cute, and they're in really good condition. So here's the soles, but this is what they look like. And so after the $3.60 in fees and the $16.10, I was left with $16.10. And these puppies are off to a new home. Let's see how they're going. 2-day priority. That's another thing. I'm trying to use my priority labels, because with Whatnot, you do have, most of my stuff goes out in poly mailers. So then I was using up all my poly mailers for Whatnot, and then that means I have to buy more. So it's I don't know. I don't want to sound negative about it, because there's plenty of positives about it too, but I'm just like working this out in my head with you guys here on video, which this is like, you guys are like becoming my safe place, because normally I would not do this unscripted like this in front of other people, but we're friends, so we can do this. So the next sale is something that sold after only being listed a day. So on my Kitizen, if you are on Kitizen, I do have a link below, and you can get you get something for signing up off your first purchase, and I get something too. But right now on Kitizen, through the end of maybe like Tuesday or Wednesday night, I'll give you a few days to get over there. Everything's 40% off. So this, which I had just listed, sold for $24.80, but I had listed it for, close to like 48. So she got a steal because I'm running that sale over there on Kitizen. So this is an Athleta. It's got a it's one of those yoga tunic sweaters. It has a fancy name that was in the listing and I didn't write it down, but it's just not vinyasa but yeah, it's one of these like sweaters, and this is not my size. I hope I don't stretch out this lady's sweater, but it's one of these like yoga sweaters. And I think this is actually a size small, and I am not small. Yes, this is a small, so it's oversized. And it's a good weight and perfect for the upcoming season, but it's sold on Kitizen. And after it sold for $24.80, I paid $3.31 in fees, and then I paid shipping on Pirate Ship, because on Kitizen, that's another thing about Kitizen, I pay for shipping on Kitizen. So usually I don't run sales over there because I'm paying for shipping already. Oh, there's a flaw I didn't see. I'll have to message her and see if she still wants it. She got a good deal. I'm sure she will. But I will package this up and put this off to the side and message her. I just saw a little mark on it, and I am not going to throw this in the washer. But, yeah, so I was left with $14.12 on this. So I'm going to, so that I can get through this haul, I am going to look at my notes. So I told you about Whatnot was, and kind of like how I feel about Whatnot, how it's going for me. It could be going better. I would like to have 50, 60, 70 people in a show. So maybe you guys could all show up for a show one day. There's like 502 of you. So that would be awesome. And we could have a great time chit-chatting in the chat and all that. But I'm going to give it time. The jury's still out. I said I wasn't going to search, but I'm searching. So the next thing is a Depop sale. And this sweater is a Tommy Hilfiger sweater. And I've had this listed for over a year. This was my dad's. So a lot of his things I have given to Goodwill. But I did keep, just because I had so much of his stuff. And some of the brands just weren't brands that were going to resell. But I did keep a lot of the knit sweaters listed. And so it's knit sweater time. So this sold, it was listed for $17. And I'm also running a sale over on Depop. But I'm not sure if you get anything for signing up. If you do, and you got credits, or if you got credits, I am running a sale over there as well. But this sold for $10.20. Then after the $1.02 in fees, I was left with $9.18. And I do not pay for shipping on Depop. So, where's my stickers? So this is going out today. So, pros about Whatnot. Things sell quickly for most people. So it is a fast pace. So if you can garner a following, and I've seen like Nicole State and the bigger resellers really do super well, because they have a lot of people in there and they sell out. Like they sell everything they have. in their store. And I mean, I have not had a sellout show. I have had shows where I've sold the majority of things or everything except for like 2 pieces. So that it's awesome when you have a show like that. I wish every show, and I'm trying to get to the point where every show that I do is like that. So you can't get rapid sales. I could go to the bins, source a bunch of stuff, bring it home, wash it, get it photographed, steamed up, and sell it tonight, and do it again and again and again. So that is a pro of the platform. However, another pro of the platform, I'll get to the cons in a minute. Another, I don't want to say what I want to say. Another positive thing, we'll focus on the positive, is that if you have lower priced items, it is a better place to sell them because it works out to be about 8% that you are going to spend in fees. So some of the things at the bins that normally I wouldn't pick up because they are lower priced, you could do that. You could pick those up and sell them on Whatnot for a few bucks. Like, they're going to sell quickly. You don't have to, I mean, sometimes I don't even steam stuff for Whatnot. I just like throw it in the dryer and then shake it out. So there's like a lot, and sometimes I only take 1 photo. It just depends on what time that I have. So there is a lot less in that way with Whatnot. I'm gonna show you guys this guy. This sold also on Depop, and it is new with tags. And it's just this dress, and it was retailed at $78. It's a size small. It's oversized, but it sold on Depop. I took an offer for $15. I forgot where I got this from. I think I might have gotten it at the consignment shop. I need to be better about taking notes. But like I said, my cost of goods overall of my items is less than $1. So if I average everything we have in stock, it is less than $1 because we get so much free inventories. And so when I look at it like that, as long as I can average $15 a sale, that is my goal. I feel like we can make a decent profit off of every item. This sold for $15, and after the $1.50 in fees, I was left with $13.50. I don't know on Depop. If you do, leave it in the comments why sometimes they have a Depop fee and a transaction fee, and sometimes there's just a Depop fee. This one just has a Depop fee. So, back to Whatnot. Okay, so you sell stuff quickly, and you can sell lower priced item things. Like on Poshmark, if you have like a t-shirt and it's going to sell for like $12, and then you're going to take $2.95 out, plus the person's going to have to pay $7.95 in shipping. It almost doesn't make financial sense. But on Depop, that same t-shirt, you could still probably get it to sell for like $10 or $12. They're only going to take 11% of the sale price, and then the person is only going to pay like $3 or $4 for maybe $5 to ship it to them, because it'll be small enough that it can go USPS, like first class. So those are some positive things about the platform. And then another positive thing that I do like about the platform is that resellers can source there. I have not sourced there. Well, I might have sourced there. So this morning, I made an impulse purchase. I'll show it to you when I get it. But I was on waiting for a client, and so Nicole State popped on. I got like the little alert that she was on, and so I went on, and she was doing home goods this morning, and I entered her drawing. I didn't win, but that's fine. But I did get a matte red Starbucks cup, which she says is rare. And I don't know if it is or not, but I do like the color red because like that is our cheer gym colors. And my daughter goes to Indiana University. So red and white or crimson and cream are their colors. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I was thinking, oh, I could get the cup for Courtney and then like cricket something on it. So I got the Starbucks like cup. I think I spent I won it for like $20. And yeah, so but she said it was rare. So once I get it, I'm gonna look at it and look it up, and then if it is rare, I'm gonna sell it. But I have not sourced inventory on there, but I know people have. Like people have from me, like sourced inventory, and I think that is totally cool. Oops, the trash can just tipped over. I think that is totally cool for people who don't live close to the bins, that we can work together. Like, like I can make money sourcing, going to the bins and then sourcing that stuff and then selling it to people who want to flip it for more money. Like, I think that's a win-win for everybody. It does take I forgot to show you guys this, but this is the Come On hooded jacket from Free People. It sold on Depop for $50. I originally had it for $65 listed. I'm running a sale, so it sold for $50. Then after the $5 Depop fee and the $1.95 transaction fee, I made $43.05 off of this guy. If I can remember in post editing, I will pop a picture in. So those are all good things about. I lost a Birkenstock down here. Where's my shoe at? Oh, here it is. So those are all really positive things about the platform, and it's just another source of revenue for people. If you're doing well on there, that's amazing that you're doing well and that you can make a lot of money on there. Okay, I paused for a second just to get a little bit more organized. I was feeling like I was doing too much. So I pulled everything out of the bag and matched it up with its label, so that way I can talk to you and show you the things, and we can talk about whatnot all at the same time. So if you are still on this video, give me a like. Your girl is working hard for you. So let's continue on. So the cons of whatnot. The things that I feel like make it a hard place to make money on. One is unless it's been taken over by big sellers. And I know this is always, and by big sellers, I mean people with large followings. So if you spend all it's like before, I'm going to quit scheduling shows because I pre-schedule shows and then I look up and then there's like all these like influencers who are like on throughout the course of my show, and then it just takes the audience away. So I'm going to start looking for the pockets that are a little bit odder times to build a following. So that is a con. You need to have a large following. I don't care what anyone says. You either need to have a large YouTube following or you need to have a large Instagram following or both. Period. I'm like, argue with your mama, argue in the comments, don't argue with me. But I am in and out of a lot of shows with people who just have like 3 or 4 people in their show. So if you have that, and then I go to the influencer shows and there's like 100 people in there. So the next item I have to show you are these Mountain Hardwear pants. They're blue with a black stripe pattern on them. And I did pick these up at the bins. These sold for $17. They have this cute cutout on the side. These sold for $17 on Poshmark. And after the $3.40 in fees, I was in the $1.72 shipping discount. I was left with $11.88. So not bad for a bins pickup. So another negative of whatnot is a low sell price. Now, if you are going to sell volume, I have been seeing people sell volume, but at low prices. So you got to decide if that is your business model or not, or if it's part of your business model, or where that fits in. If you are not shopping at the bins, or have some source for really, really cheap inventory, I just don't know how it would be affordable. These are all Stephanie's opinions, which are subject to change. So you are going to sell things for a lower sell price. Like, I had a pair of Lululemon shorts that sold last week that made it up to like $14. So yeah, like those, I think if I would have listed them on Poshmark, I probably could have gotten 25. But I have some other Lululemon pieces that I sourced at the bins last week that I'm going to list on Whatnot, and we'll see how well they do. One's a long sleeve Swiftly, which I've never listed on Poshmark or anywhere, but I'm going to see. I'm just trying to figure out what brings people in, what, motivates people, things like that. The next sale I have from this weekend is this Joseph A. Banks blazer. I believe this is my dad's as well. And it sold on Poshmark for $19 after the $3.80 in fees and the $1.72 shipping discount. $13.48 was made. So, yes. And so the proceeds of the things from my dad's sale go to his estate, which is divided between my sister and I. So yeah, it's interesting to see what of his has sold and what as far as menswear. I am not a menswear seller, and so now my father-in-law passed away as well, so I'm expecting to get some of his things in the future. Hopefully, he had some really nice things. But we weren't selling men's things before my dad. We were, but not like to the volume that we do. Like, I don't go into the men's section of the Goodwill, but if I'm in the bins and I come across something that is high end, I would pick it up. So with the onslaught of men's clothes, I am definitely like trying to work my way out of men's back to women's, and I'm trying to work my way out of kids as well and just do women's wear, because I feel like I just want to focus on one niche, and I want it to be women's clothing and accessories. So because we started off as Three Queens Resell and focusing on kids' clothes or women's clothes, and so I just kind of want to go back to that. And our slogan is Queens come in all sizes, and so, which they do, and genders, but I just want to kind of get back to our original roots. But it's going to be a while, because if I get free men's clothes, I will list free men's clothes. So another drawback of Whatnot is time to prep. I don't feel like the prep time for me, because I put things in the store and I run everything that I list in the store, is a lot. And I feel, and sometimes when I'm doing it, I'm like, I could be making a YouTube video. I could be listing more on Poshmark. So that's why I'm like, the prep time is a con. Because if I pull things and they don't sell, like I pulled them for our inventory to clearance them out and then they don't sell, then I have to put them all back, because that stuff is all still listed on the platforms. So maybe it's just the way that I'm doing it that's labor intensive and I need to figure out a different system. But I feel like it does take a lot of work. And it doesn't take a lot of, if you sell out, then that's awesome because then you don't have to put the stuff back. But if you, but even in the taking the photos and putting the items in the store and marketing their show takes time. So that's why I say it's a con, because it is time that you're taking away from other parts of your resale business. So my next sale is this Coldwater Creek. This guy here. It's sold on Poshmark. It is also new with tags. And this was something that I had on a Whatnot sale for $2 and nobody bought it. So it just went back into inventory and then it sold for $16 on Poshmark after the $3.20 in fees and the $1.72 shipping discount. I made $11.08. So, I mean, that's good because I was willing to sell it for $2 and make $1.32 off of it. So, and it was a bins pickup. So this is going off. So, to wrap up my thoughts about Whatnot, which seems scattered and all over the place, I know. People ask me if it's worth the time, if it's worth the money, if they should do it. I say, why not? Why not do it? If you're interested in being selling on Whatnot and having an auction, definitely leave me a comment. I will send you my seller link that will get you a little bit ahead in the process. And once you set up your show and have your first live, I'll get $200. I think you get something too, maybe like $50. I don't know, but I do have a referral link if you're interested. You might be like, this is the best thing ever, Stephanie. Like, what do you? And they're like, I do like commenting, like going back and forth with people in the comments and hearing about what's going on. And it feels, as a person who spends a lot of time by herself, like in this reseller part of my day, it definitely feels like a community. And I like going to other people's like chats, like and stuff. Aside from the prep time and all that and the sourcing and all that, I am not a showman. I'm not. And when I see other people's shows and they're like dancing and they got a whole vibe, I'm like, I prefer, like, even in the shows that I watch, I prefer that someone show me the stuff. Like, let's get it, let's go. Show me the stuff. Like, I was watching somebody's show, and in like 40 minutes, they showed like 4 things. I'm like, I don't have time to sit on Whatnot with you all day. Like, I want you to get to those Levi's, but they're like 5 items down, and I'm too shy to ask you to skip ahead. So I'm not gonna do it. Like, so that part is like challenging for me. Like, I think people like that. They like the prices, which is another thing. Like, there's this culture of giving stuff away, and it's hard to give stuff away when you're like, I need to make money first. Like, I can't start my show with a giveaway and I haven't made any money. Like, that's I'm in business. So that's my thing. So this is an anybody jumpsuit. It's got cargo pockets, a drawstring elastic waist. And I did get this out of the bins. It did not do as well. I couldn't find... I mean, when I found it, I was like, this is great. It's stretchy. This will be such a cute travel piece for someone. But when I couldn't really find any information on the brand or any comps, and so it just didn't get very much attention. It sold on Poshmark for $9. So after the $2.95 fee and the shipping discount, I only made $4.33 off of this. Like I said, I did pick it up at the bins this summer, so I'm not really out anything. You know, I probably made $2 or $3 off of it, but definitely not the type of sales that I want to keep making. Like trying to move away from load out anything less than $5, which in my upcoming What Sold video, it was a rough week. So, but that is that. So, yes, Whatnot, give it a try. That's what I'm going to say to people. That's what I'm going to leave the discussion on Whatnot. Give it a try. I like I tell my own kids, if it's not going to hurt you, like physically hurt or mentally hurt you, it doesn't hurt to try. You know, if it is doing anything of hurting you, don't do it. The next thing I have are these New Balance sneakers. They are a men's size 9.5, and I did get these guys from the bins. Aren't they so clean for the bins? Look at them. Like, somebody just didn't like these. Like, they put them on and they're like, I don't like them. But they sold this weekend on Depop, where I am having to sell 40% off. So they were listed at $45. They sold for $27 after the $2.70 Depop fee and the $136 transaction fee. I was left with $22.94 for these guys. And they are going... I've been using my poly mailers instead of my priority things like I'm supposed to. Oops. See, I can't really talk, and I'm going to work on that. I'm at a teacher practice. I used to like multitask all day. Maybe that's why I got so stressed out after a career doing that all day. Oh, done with the thank you stickers. So let's go find... I have some other stickers somewhere. There they go. They're in this new box. I cannot wait to get my new cards. So, since I'm done talking about Whatnot, I will talk to you about Poshfest. If you are coming, leave me a comment down below so I know to look out for you. These are cute. They say, thank you for supporting my small business. And I truly am thankful for people supporting my small business. It does support my family. Like, this is, I don't know how sticky those are. I pay my bills with this money. I have a daughter in college who is not working. She does not work. She goes to school full time, and I send her an allowance out of this money. Like, I'm going to help pay tuition out of this money. So, yes. And to those that you who like have reached out to me like on Poshmark and like, which I always love. If it takes me a day or two to get back to you, don't think I'm like being some like bougie snob. I'm not. My husband, that is one of his duties, is to read the comments, and sometimes he'll be like, someone left you a comment, and then I'll go see it. I don't think he checks them as regularly as he needs to. These are Reef flip-flops. These were my mother-in-law's. We had a rough year last year. We had 3 deaths. My dad, my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law. So, yes. But these were hers, and look how good a condition they're in. And so, they sold for $16 on Poshmark after the $3.20 in fees and the $1.72 shipping discount. I made $11.08, and I believe these went to a viewer because I had a viewer questioning. So, Jennifer, if you are a viewer, thank you so much for your purchase. Yes. And if you ever are in my Poshmark closet and you're like, hey Stephanie, I know you from YouTube, let me know that, because I want to support my viewers with good deals, and I just love the crossover support, because that's what all this social media is about, is building a business as well as a community. And like I was saying, if you come into the comments and ask me a question about something, I will do my best to answer it. Like I said, everything is my opinion, which is subject to change. And I am not like the best like reseller in the world. I'm not making like some of these people, you know, so they claim, $200K a year yet. We will get there. But I feel like I do know what I'm doing now. This is my 4th year. And if you're interested in starting reselling or growing your reselling business or getting organized and just want like a suggestion or have a quick question, I'm more than happy to help you. This is a Oh My God's tunic. This was also my mother-in-law's. Oh My God's was one of her staple brands. This is a Lag and Look brand. And so, yeah, this sold on Poshmark for $14, and after the $2.95 fees, I was left with $11.05. So yes, part of the reason my inventory costs are so low is that we did get a bunch of inventory from my mother-in-law when she passed away, and of course from my dad when he passed away. And so, which my dad and my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, we haven't gotten anything from any of his clothes yet. We're still waiting to clean out that house. But all 3 of them were super supportive of us, me and my husband, doing this full time. And so they would be so happy that we're using their things we're reselling their things and growing our business while we're doing it. And so it's like they are part of this endeavor that we have going on, you know. The next thing that I have to sell, or that sold, is this. It's this suede skirt. I did get this from the bins, and when I picked it up, I knew somebody would want it. But it's like that microfiber suede. The brand is David Hollis. It looks kind of vintagey. But it's sold on Depop as well. And it was listed at $35. Because it was on sale, they got it for $23 after the $2.30 in Depop fees, and then the transaction fee of $1.21. I was left with $19.40. And like I said, another bins pickup. Another bins pickup. So yeah, great item going out today. 2 more things. Thank you so much for sticking with me. If you are still here, what do you think is the best sale that I've had? Actually, no. I want to hear what your best sale this week was. What was your best sale this weekend? Leave it in the comments below for me. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed and you're still here with me, you need to subscribe, because I think this is like my longest video that I have ever done. And I was about to put this on instead of the thank you sticker. See, I cannot multitask. I should not try it. And I don't like these thank you stickers. They're cute, but they don't really stick on the plastic like I need them to. But we're going to use them. I'm going to order some more today, but because there's not that many in there. They should be gone in a week. But so Depop is like busting through for me. It's coming through. So if you're not selling on Depop, definitely get over there. The next thing I have are these Minnetonka boots, and these sold for $16 on Poshmark after the $3.20 in fees and the $1.72 shipping discount. I made $11.08. And yes, if I would have held out, if I wouldn't have ran that sale, I could have gotten more for them in a couple of weeks as we move towards fall. But like I said, I have, oh my gosh, you guys, I have so many shoes and boots that I have just sourced. I cannot wait to do my next haul video. I mean, I sourced so much stuff that I forgot what I got. I'm looking for tape. I'm truly... Okay, so when you work with your spouse, they take your stuff. Let me go grab some tape. I'm back with the tape. Yes, we have like 6 rolls of tape, but my husband takes it. He's putting more boxes together for our inventory room. But yeah, so I have so many, aren't they so cute? Not my style, but they're someone's style, and look how clean they are. I've been doing really good at finding good pre-owned shoes so that I don't have to do a lot of work on them, because that's what slows us down. But I have so many shoes and boots. Like, I went hard at the bins one day, guys, and got so many shoes. Like, if you've never done source shoes at the bins, it is very primal. You gotta be ready to go. You have got to be in it to win it. You cannot be shy. I was too shy. Like, excuse me, can you hear me? I even trade now. Oh my gosh, I don't have to do it. I will do a video on just like selling shoes at the bins and like videotape myself, because I even trade with people now. Before, I would just not even do that. I would just kind of, if I didn't have the mate, like, I deliberately pick up good things because I know someone else has the good thing, and they'll swap me. I know. I'm becoming ruthless. Not ruthless, like strategic, stealthy, coming out of my shell at the bins. So for a while I was avoiding the shoes because I'm like, so stressful going over there. But now I'm like, now that I've had some success and I kind of got a strategy, I'm in it to win it. So I'm going to take this guy out of the... So this is the last thing I have. This coat has a story. So this was my coat. It is a size 2X. And so when I was pregnant, I got this coat when I was pregnant with Jackie because it was so cold that winter. And none of my coats would close, like, because I had a big baby bump. So none of my regular coats would close. So I went out and I bought this coat. And then it's a nice wool coat. It's but every winter after that I would try to wear it because I liked it, but it was too big. And so finally when we moved, I'm like, I'm gonna sell that coat because it's a good coat. It's a nice dress coat. And someone needs it. So it sold on Mercari like 2 days after listing it. I took an offer for $30. I had it listed for $35. So after the $4.17, I made $25.83 on my maternity coat. Yes, you don't think about that. Like when you're pregnant and you get big in the summer, like, or in the winter, when the winter comes, like, generally I was hot most of the time, so I didn't really need a coat, but it got so, like, below zero cold in January, and I delivered in February. But it got so cold that year that I just could not. I had to have it. And, you know, I was a teacher, so I still had duty. I still had bus duty, outdoor duty. And so I was still standing out in the cold. And I invested in that. And now, probably someone who is not pregnant, someone who just needs a coat is going to. But I got it as 2X. It was big on me pregnant too, but I got it 2X because I didn't know if I was going to keep getting bigger. So I'm a type 2 diabetic. So I'm sure people have heard of gestational diabetes. I am diabetic all the time. I'm a type 2 diabetic, but I, like a lot of gestational diabetics, was getting huge. I was getting huge while I was pregnant. Like with Courtney, I did not gain any weight. In fact, I lost like 7 pounds, like with my first child, and I wasn't diabetic back then. But with Jackie, I got huge while I was pregnant because of the diabetes, and then so I bought that coat big so I wouldn't have to keep buying a coat, you know, just to wear. But that's the story, and those are my sales. And thank you for hanging out with me. If you found me entertaining or any value in anything I said, definitely give me a thumbs up, like this video, and until next time, thanks so much for joining me. Bye. See you at Poshfest.